hello, and welcome back to the Rogue Hunters podcast, episode 36. I'm joined here this week with Brian.
I'm here.
Brian is here, and Waves is not with us at the introduction here, but he may be popping in at some point. We're waiting to see. He's having some stuff happen. But I am the perpetual host, the Snickle. We've got a good week this week. I'm not gonna say the bad words, but we are going to be talking about Dr. Disrespect, some more Activision Blizzard update because we just got to keep covering that, and some Back for Blood news. So if you want to follow along with any of the articles or anything that we talk about, they will all be linked down in the description below, so you can check that out for your viewing pleasure. Also, there's a few other things down in the description below, all of our socials, so things like Twitters, Twitches, YouTube channels, a Discord server, anything like that. That's all linked down in the description below. You can go check it out or follow us anywhere if you want to. We greatly appreciate it. Yeah. I was going to say something else, but now I'm drawing a blank. So let's just get to the first thing that we always talk about, the games that we've been playing this week. What have you been playing this week, Brian?
Alright, well, it hasn't been really a very productive week for me because of, I had some bad storms come through this week, and kind of knocked me out of power, and I just got my power back maybe a half hour ago.
Just making it back in time.
Hell yeah. What have I played? I've been playing Dirt 5. Actually, that's it.
That's it?
I got all the DLC done. Oh no, we did another Max Payne boost last week. That's right after the podcast.
Yeah.
That is right. Last Thursday we did Max Payne 3 boost. Ran into some more shitter diehards. But we got some stuff done though.
They're always there. They're always there. It's freaking crazy.
And then I've been playing Dirt 5. I got all the DLC done, so now I'm just going for the story stuff.
Nice.
For the campaign. So I gotta do I gotta complete all 125 races.
It's not... they're not bad, though, like, lengthwise?
No, like there's some that are, like most, like, if it's a bigger, like, track, it's, like, 3 laps at most.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's, like, a circuit race that's, like, around in New York, around, like, the Brooklyn Bridge or whatever.
Okay.
And the most I've seen that one's, like, 10 laps, but that takes, like, 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's it's quick. It's just sitting down and playing them all, that's all.
Yeah.
So, according to the guide I was reading, so all I got left is Chapter 2, 3, and 4, drive 1,000 miles, which I'm just gonna complete the story then. Whatever I have to grind out, I'll grind out for that.
Mm-hmm.
Complete Chapter 5, unlock all throwdowns in the career. See, it says unlock them, doesn't say you actually have to play them.
That's interesting.
Complete the Superstar Final of the career, which is like the final race, and complete every career event. And then I gotta score 30,000 or higher in a career Gymkhana event.
Oh, that shouldn't be too bad. No,
the most I got is like 22,000 so far. So I think I could get that with pretty much easy. It's just finding the right car.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Game.
I'm sure it comes down to the right car, and then there's probably like an event later in the game that's like a longer.
Yeah,
like a longer time. I don't know how are they by time. I'm assuming they're by time.
Yeah, it's like a time limit. I think it's like a minute.
Okay.
But so far my favorite car to use right now has been the Subaru Impreza or the Mitsubishi Evo.
Yeah. The 9 or 10.
10.
10. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when Dirt 5 came out. I mean, I don't think it's a feature that's really utilized too much, but I remember when it came out, a lot of people were talking about the ability to like create courses, and it's not even like creating like a course in like a forest. Like you can literally create like a multi-level, like basically like GTA 5 parkour.
Oh yeah.
Driving
like, for one, the trophy, you actually got to build and test your first playground.
Oh, okay. So they do make you do it.
Yeah, but you can just put a ramp down and say test it, and you're done with that.
Nice.
Rate a playground, which is pretty simple. You just gotta beat one to finish it and give it a rating. No big deal.
Okay.
But that's how you get the 1,000 miles. People created courses to help you get like the 1,000 miles that it lasts like an hour long. So you just keep driving you rubber band and it lasts like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'll probably do once that's all set up.
Nice.
I might. I'll probably throw this on next podcast, but I'll probably start Hades this weekend.
Yeah, I'm getting that in.
Yeah,
on Friday.
The trophy list hit today of it. So
yeah, I'm not even going to be home on Friday, but yeah, I'm getting it. I'm getting it on Friday. I'm probably not going to play it probably not going to play it right away, but it looks like there's a lot of people that are playing it and already platinuming it. So
right, like
I don't know.
Dirt
Actually,
5,
how long has it been out?
It doesn't come out till it's not out yet on PlayStation.
Yeah,
or they probably got early copies.
There's so many people that have it though. It's kind of crazy.
I know, and then it came out on the Switch and all that before. Alright, because that's how I originally played. It was on the Switch.
Okay.
But once Dirt 5's done, Maximum Pain 3 shall begin my full attention and going for that platinum. But I want to, since the power being out, I didn't get a chance to boost it all this week. So, I'll have to play catch up.
Yeah.
No big deal. What about you, Snickle?
Well, I was gonna say the thing that I wanted to talk about at the beginning was, if you guys have any topics that you want us to discuss in future podcast episodes, you can leave those in the comments below, and we will look through them and determine if there's any that kind of meet our criteria, because we try to stay focused around trophies is number one. I would say number one priority. Gaming is number two.
Yeah.
Trophies, achievements are number one.
To add to that, our bad, I should say, for forgetting to put the links to descriptions in below.
Yeah, so let me just explain this to everybody so they can kind of understand why it happens. So the video, we record the video Wednesday nights.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be Tuesdays, but now it's Wednesdays, because we used to try to put it out for Wednesday, but that kind of isn't happening anymore. So we record the videos on Wednesday night, and then typically either Wednesday night, depending what time we get done, or Thursday during the day, I'll mix the audio and then export the video, and then it exports. Typically, it used to export overnight. I was actually just talking about this with Brian before we started the podcast, but I started using a plugin in my video editing software that would make those cool like audio bars, and it literally would take like 2 days to export the video. So I'm not going to be using those for now, just for the reason of I don't want my computer to literally export a video for 2 days straight. No. And before people roast me on like, it's your computer, it's shit. No, it's not shit. Okay, I have a Mac that has like an i9 in it. It's like a $4,000 computer. My computer is not the issue. I can literally export. I can export my trophy talks in like 15 to 20 minutes. Like, this should not be taking 2 full days to export. So, yeah. With that being said, what I'm trying to get at is I export it and then I upload it, and then once it's uploaded, I'll send a DM to the guys, and usually Waves will then copy the description, because we keep the description in like a Google Doc so that we can kind of track it as we go along, and then Waves will typically add it. So it's typically not added like within the first hour that the video is uploaded, because it just comes down to whenever Waves can kind of get around to it.
Yeah.
So
I was doing it for a couple weeks, and shit happened with family and I got busy.
Yeah. So apologies for the description, but just if the description isn't updated, just like DM one of us and we'll do it, because sometimes the video uploads in like 30 minutes and sometimes it uploads in 3 hours. It just kind of depends on how the processing wants to go with YouTube as well. So
yeah, the weeks I did it, I think it was like, it's still processing through YouTube, and I was able to get it done before it went live.
Yeah, it's pretty finicky, but we kind of split it up just because I don't want like one person to do all the work because it's just it can be a lot.
Oh
But
yeah, dude, I understand.
But no, so for Max Payne 3, yeah, I'm actually going to be diving into the single player shortly. So we'll probably be playing it around the same time. I'm going to be doing, just to let you know, I'm going to be doing like a full like collectible guide and everything for it. So
all right.
Hopefully I get around to it before you, but like yeah, I'm going to plan on doing like full collectible trophy guide for everything. So
nice. Okay.
The only thing I probably won't make a guide for is like the New York minute hardcore, just because I feel like that comes down to memorizing the game more than like, I mean, you don't really have to get good. I mean, I think you kind of do, but not really.
Well, from everything I've read, it's not that hard. You gotta do it in one playthrough, correct? Like one sitting, is from what I'm reading.
I believe so, yes.
But it's still, one, that's not gonna be the first time I've done something. To me, that'd be like a Friday night. I get home from work, shower, eat. Hey, I'm gonna play Max Payne, and just get it over with. But, yeah, the trophy list for Max Payne isn't that bad. It's just even the online is actually really easy.
Well, it's actually funny because, you know, playing Max Payne 3, playing like a bunch of other games, like I've gone for a lot of stupid multiplayer games, right? Going for games like Twisted Metal, going for games like Far Cry 2, Need for Speed Shift 2, going for all these games where, like, if you've been trophy hunting for 10 years, these are games that you've heard of that people are like, that online sucks ass. Like, it's just been something, it goes around the community, and if you're not, platinuming easy peasy games, you hear about it. Like, these games, the multiplayer sucks. And as I've been doing, I wouldn't say strictly multiplayer for 4 or 5 years, but I've been playing a lot of multiplayer for 4 or 5 years. Like they're not bad. I mean, it is mindless stuff, but like it's not as bad as people make it out to be.
Right.
Now, I think the difference with Max Payne 3 is the random trophies are fairly easy, but the level grinding is like a different story, which I'll actually get into with the games I've been playing this week.
Okay.
For a little bit, but yeah, I mean, it's just funny because a lot of these games that I heard before I got into it, where I was like, oh, like, Twisted Metal used to be like a 0.25 platinum before the servers went down. And
damn,
it was always a game that like I fully intended on playing even before the servers went down. Like I remember talking about it years ago with like Retro and Andrew and all them back when we used to like boost games pretty frequently. And that was a game that we always wanted to do. And I remember looking at the list being like, doesn't look too bad. And then when I ended up doing it, I was like, dude, I mean, granted, I was using like 3 PS3s, but like it really wasn't that bad. So, or like Killzone 2, I don't know. Maybe I just have a sickness for doing stupid multiplayer games, but
and I also think it depends on who you like play the games with. Like for the ones with me, you, and everybody that's doing this boost together, we're pretty competent fucking people that actually have a brain.
Yeah, that is true as well.
So we can actually read and come off ideas like, oh, let's try it this way. Oh, okay. I think if we didn't run into the tryhards, I think we would be a lot further than what we are.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense though. I mean, it's going down. It's pretty notable multiplayer game. It's inevitable.
It's somebody's favorite game.
It's someone's favorite game. You have to do it in public lobbies, so it's inevitable that we run into people. I mean, according to PSNP, the game has almost 500 current players. Like that's kind of a lot for a game this old. So I mean, it's inevitable that we run into people. It sucks, but it's honestly not bad. And the good thing about Max Payne 3 is that if you do run into random people at any point, you can leave the game and your stats save. So it's not like when you quit, you lose all your stats. So, I mean, that's a good thing. And a majority of your playtime that you're going to be doing can be done, doing the solo boosting for the level 50. All the other random stuff, like, to be fair, we should be done the random stuff by now.
Right.
I'm kind of irritated that we're not, but I'm hoping one more night and we'll be able to finish a lot of it, because the trophy that we were having issues with, someone told me how to fix it, and we can actually get 2 trophies at once. Like, one of them is like dirt easy, the other one's kind of annoying, the M4 one, but like it's not too bad. It'll probably take 2 rounds to level, 2 or 3 rounds to level that up for one person.
Yeah,
I mean, most of the stuff is like really
M4
easy.
is a level 3 right now, so
yeah, mine's level 3 as well. I mean, most of this stuff is easy. It should be done, but like we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
We'll get it, man.
Yeah. So, yes. Oh wow, you know what I just saw?
What?
Godfall has DLC.
Oh shit.
Fire and Darkness and Lightbringer. Can't wait to get around to that game on the PS5.
I bought it just because you did.
Even though they literally just put it out on the PS4. I think that's going to be the only game that goes down in history of being a PS5 game on launch and being downgraded to the PS4.
Oh, they got Lightbringer and Fire and Darkness. You got 2 DLC packs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what have I been playing?
Yes.
Oh, wow, there's a Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. Sorry, I'm getting off topic. I haven't been on PSMP all day, so I'm seeing the...
I haven't had power in 2 days, so
the new...
is the I'm looking at everything.
The new updates and everything. So what have I been playing? So let me go to my list. So, I think I platinumed the run last... Yeah, it was right before the podcast. I platinumed the run. So I've been focusing mainly on Need for Speed Shift 2, which I've made good progress, fully completed both of the DLCs, so those are completely done. And I'm working through the campaign right now, which I was doing all of the events, but what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to take a step back, and I'm just going to do the events that I need to do that have rivals in them. Just because it's not worth doing like every single event in the game. I don't think it is, at least. I mean, I'm gonna get money for it, but there's like a different way to farm the money apparently. So, yeah, my goal is going to be to just worry about what I need to do for the rivals, and then beat the rivals, which will get me like basically all of the single player, quote unquote, single player trophies. And then after that, I'm going to. I'm probably going to farm out getting 75 career wins on the hard difficulty, which you can do by doing drift events. So that should be pretty easy. And then after that, I'm going to master all the courses, and then you have to farm out the $10 million, because I think according to the tracker in the game, I'm in between 55 and 60% done the campaign roughly. And I only have $3 million.
Damn.
So yeah, you really don't like get money, but there's apparently a way to farm it where you complete like the last race in a championship. You get the championship winnings, and then you press restart, and it restarts the last race, and then you do the last race again, get the championship winnings, and you just like keep doing that over and over again. So I'm gonna that's probably gonna be the last thing I farm out, just because it's gonna be annoying.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
But no, I mean, I should be done. I'm hoping to be done within the next I don't know if I'll be done by next week, but I'll definitely be done. I'm hoping to be done by the end of next week. That's my goal. We'll see what kind of happens. If not, then like definitely the week after, which is like pulling it close to when the servers go down. But like, to be fair, I have all of the multiplayer stuff done, so if the servers do go down, I'm not worried about not being able to get the platinum, but I just want to get it done before the servers go down.
Understandable.
So I've done that. And then I last night I actually got on Max Payne 3 with Cats for a little bit to test out the method of earning XP through not doing the single player mission, which you basically do like a team deathmatch, and then like one person, you basically like spawn trap somebody, and you just keep killing them over and over again. And when the person dies, they like every other time they die, they set a vendetta, and you do all this stuff. And we were able, I think I got to level like 13 or something. We did it for maybe 2.5 hours or so. So I went up 7 levels.
Oh shit, that's not bad at all.
So yeah, it was pretty good from like a and we were kind of experimenting in the beginning to figure out like exactly how to get it to work. We still haven't figured out like exactly how to get it to work. Well, we kind of have, but like we're still doing some testing. But yeah, so we farmed that out. I ended up getting a few trophies. I got a trophy for getting 300 headshots, which I thought was tied to the single player, but apparently it counts your multiplayer stuff as well.
Oh, nice.
And then I got where did I get? Oh, I got the 100 kills with the SPP because my thing was all messed up. So I got that.
Okay.
I got the trophy called Early Adopter, which is to kill the same player with an M24 and an IA2 AR in the same game. I was using the M24 to get kills anyway, so I just made another class with the IA2 and got that. And then I got the trophy that we were trying to get, which was annoying. Well, I got two more. So the one was Drinker's Revenge, which was to kill a sniper who broke your hip flask in the same life. Again, we were both using sniper rifles, so it was easy to boost. And then the other one was Ouch My Head, which was to kill someone with a hangover. Again, very easier than I thought it was. Apparently, you have to kill somebody that has a hangover. You don't have to kill someone when you have a hangover. I had it
that
backwards.
makes it so much easier.
So basically what happened was I got my hangover to level 3, activated it, and then Cats spawned. Cats literally spawned like 10 times with a hangover. And I got like 10 headshots. It was actually kind of funny. He kept spawning with half health like all the time. So
nice.
So yeah, I got that done. I got those done. So whenever we get back on, my goal when we get back on is to literally knock out all of the DLC trophies. Like
we can do it.
Yeah, I want to knock out all the DLC trophies and get them done, other than the challenge mode, obviously, because you have to do that, by yourself. And then after that, I want to finish getting up all the gang war stuff. And then after that, it's just boosting XP. So it's going to come down to, either us splitting up or doing something like that. You have to do the method we were using. You have to do it it's most effective in team deathmatch.
Okay.
So we had to find a team deathmatch mode, which was kind of a pain. And it's really weird because like, Cats would find a lobby, but then I couldn't find Cats. But then when I found a lobby, Cats could find me. It was really strange, like the finding. And then like there was random people on, obviously, but then there would be like a random guy on. But then I could like create a new lobby if I left his. It was really strange. I don't know what was going on, but like it was working out good for us. I would just say that. But yeah, I mean, my goal for Max Payne 3 for us is to finish the DL. Next time we play, finish the DLC. I think we got the two, like we worked on one of the annoying trophies, which was the gang war modes last time.
Yeah, I didn't get mine yet.
Yeah, so I didn't get that either. So we have to finish all the gang modes and everything. We have to get. Did you get the flawless victory one?
No,
okay.
My internet died on us.
That's right.
We're doing it.
So we're gonna have to play gang wars again because Brian needs the flawless victory. Hopefully the next time we play gang wars, we'll play every mode because it just randomly gives it to you. If not, we'll just keep playing gang wars until we finish that. And then all the other DLC trophies we should, be done. The only other one I see taking a little bit of time is the M4 Murderer. But I figure if we do like a death match and we just let one person go at a time, it should, be pretty easy.
Yeah, because I think I leveled it up twice the last time we boosted.
Yeah, and we only did like 1 or 2 rounds of like one person getting kills to get to. Or no, that was we weren't using the M4 there, were we? I don't know.
No, I was using the M4 when we're doing
when we were boosting
the vendettas.
Yeah, the vendettas. Yeah, I was gonna say that was the other like pain in the ass trophy that we got last week was to win 20 vendettas in the 55th Battalion HQ. So. Yeah, we got that done. So it's just a few like random things, but like they should really take no time at all. We have to do express checkout, which apparently you can pair express checkout with WMD. So those will be done at the same time. Level up the M4, do a 720 while in the nightclub, which is easy. Kill Max Payne in Panama as DeMarcos. And then kill a player in the yacht from the observation platform in the Panama Canal, and then open 15 container doors in a single game of Dead Man Walking. And then the gang war stuff. I mean, it sounds like a lot, but it's really not that much.
No, it's really not. Like, I'm enjoying the Max Payne, actually, so far.
Oh, I'm really liking the game.
And I agree with you. I would love just to get the DLC trophies knocked out.
Yeah, that's the goal. The goal is to definitely get the DLC trophies knocked out and then start up. You have to do the challenge mode because it's tied to the online, which I was talking to Cats, and the challenge mode is tied to the single player because you play through and there's like challenge. I don't know exactly how it works, but apparently it's like tied to it in some way. So we'll have to individually obviously get on that and get it done. But I'm looking forward to playing the game. I haven't played. I mean, I guess I played like RE8, but like I haven't played a third person like linear based game, and I feel like a long time.
Like, I'm actually feeling just like hopping on Max Payne this weekend and just fucking playing it.
Hey, I mean, if you feel like doing it, you should. It's definitely going to be it would be a good time, man. I've really been enjoying like playing, like even just doing the boost, like boosting it, like just the way the game physically plays is just a blast to me.
Yeah, I think it'd be kind of fun just to get everything done, and then if we get the multiplayer done, but hey, I got my platinum.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I don't know how long it takes to like to beat the whole game. Katz was kind of giving me a rundown last night on like how the whole game works. Where like he said you either like start, you can either. He's like it's weird the way that the difficulties work because like you have to play like medium or hard or whatever to then unlock like the difficulty above, which then unlocks the difficulty above, and then you end up unlocking the New York Minute mode, and then you have to then play, and then when you beat New York Minute, you then have to, or you then gain access to the New York Minute hardcore. So it's like you don't get access to everything right away. Apparently you have to play through the game. Let me check the trophy guide too. The trophy guide says you have to play through
I'm reading
five
the trophy
times.
guide right now. Yeah, so just play the game on hard.
Yeah, so you play it on hard, you do the collectibles, then you do hardcore, then you do old school, then you do New York Minute, and then you do New York Minute hardcore. So
all right.
yeah, it's definitely crazy, but I think people have told me that like they've done the New York Minute hardcore in like 3 hours or something. So if you're talking a playthrough taking 4 to 5 hours max before obviously the New York Minute hardcore, obviously your first playthrough is probably going to take like 10 hours, I would say, or something.
Right.
Maybe a little more, but like even 10 hours, that's going to take you what, like 2-3 nights to beat, and then you know you do each one following that up, you know, 2 nights.
I'll do like how I did Resident Evil 3. I do the hardest playthrough, and then just every night just do that, because I had to do the speed runs on Resident Evil 3 to get like SS ranking and all that. So
yeah,
so I'll just play like that.
yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing it, and the next game that I play after Max Payne 3, I think I'm even more looking forward to playing, just because when I did my trophy talk this week, I realized that I hadn't played the game in like 5 years, and I was like, I kind of really want to play that game.
What game is that?
It's Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh shit!
So
yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PS4, right? It's actually been longer. So Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PS4, I haven't played since, or at least I haven't earned a trophy since July of 2015. So that's what, like over 6 years ago I haven't played that. And then Grand Theft Auto 5 on the PS3, the last trophy I earned was in March of 2014. But I played the single player before, so I actually finished the single player for GTA 4 on I guess I would have finished it in October of 2013. So basically like a month after the game came out, because I think it came out September 17th. So actually only like 2 weeks after the game came out, 2-3 weeks after the game came out, I beat the single player. Because if you guys don't know this, or if you don't remember, there was no GTA Online when GTA 5 originally came out. It actually,
oh yeah, that's right.
It actually didn't come out until like, I'm trying to look it up. Fully close shave come out to the okay, here we go. So complete the introduction. It didn't come out until like October. Yeah, it didn't come out until the beginning of, so it didn't come out until 2 weeks after the game came out. Then GTA Online came out. So for 2 weeks you had to play the single player. It was the only thing you could play. It was actually kind of interesting. But yeah, I haven't played the single player for GTA 5 since I did a few things in March of 2014, I believe, because I have a few trophies earned. and I did like the close shave. I think I did like a guide for that back when like trophy winners gaming was a thing. But yeah, I haven't played a single player. I mean, I played a single player GTA game for like San Andreas, but that was back in September of 2016. So I mean, I haven't played a GTA single player in like 5 years.
Damn.
Which,
holy crap.
yeah, it's kind of crazy to like think about. I mean, I've obviously played like Red Dead 2 when that came out, but like I haven't played a Grand Theft Auto single player in a minute. So I'm actually really looking forward to going back and doing GTA 3 or GTA 5 on the PS3, trying to do the multiplayer and then finish up the single player. I'm really looking forward to it. And then there's good news, Brian.
Oh.
When that's done, if there are no other PS3 server shutdowns that happen, we can finally focus on some other games, and I can get a PlayStation 5 Platinum trophy.
Which one you thinking?
Platinum or game we're gonna play?
Game we're gonna play and Platinum both.
We'll probably start with. I was thinking we would probably start with Anthem because that was the next one I think we were talking about doing.
Mm-hmm. So if some of you people don't know, me and Snickle kind of agreed to do these really shittery games, and we start with Marvel's Avengers.
Yes. So we decided on we decided to do Marvel's Avengers before like we made this like blood pact.
Yeah,
but
now
basically,
we're in it forever.
Yeah, but basically, so we started Marvel's Avengers. We played it, and like I don't mind games as a service.
No.
If you don't have to actually like pay money to play the game, right? Like Marvel's Avengers, if you wanted to drop $200 to get stupid characters and skins and stuff, you could, but I don't give a shit about that, right? I'm in here for the trophies. You want me to grind out 50 hives? My dumbass will grind out those 50 hives. Like I'll do what I gotta do for the trophies, and we did, yeah, we did. But I'm not gonna pay $50 for a freaking Captain America skin. Like you can catch me on the flip side. I'm not doing that bullshit. So anyway, when we were playing through, Brian and I were kind of like, we both came to that conclusion where we're like, these games aren't awful, right? But like, in my experience playing games as a service, mainly Destiny and Destiny 2, I saw that like a few years after the games come out, they're done. Like they're basically dead. Hard to find people, hard to do stuff. So I was like, why don't we make a list? We didn't actually make a list, but I was like, why don't we like focus? Like, why don't we do like one games as a service at a time and try to like focus on it and try to get it done. So we started with obviously Marvel's Avengers. We talked about doing again, Anthem was the next one. Another one we've talked about is Outriders because it just came out.
Godfall.
So Godfall is another one. And then another thing that Brian and I talked about doing, which isn't really tied to like games as a service, is we wanted to do a lot of the what would you consider the genre? Like Friday the 13th, like that style game.
I was gonna call it like movie multiplayer.
Yeah, I guess it's more movie multiplayer because like I personally would want to do Friday. I personally want to do the Predator game. There's another like Alien game that's coming out that's supposed to be like not like that, but like co-op. I would be interested in doing that.
And Back 4 Blood.
Yeah, and Back 4 Blood is another one. But like personally, I'm staying away from like Dead by Daylight. Like you ain't gonna catch me playing Dead by Daylight. I don't like the way that game is. I don't like that it's literally impossible to play. It's not to play, but it's like impossible to boost. I feel like games as a service and multiplayer games, if you're not on that shit like every day and you haven't been on it since day one, like good luck making progress in anything.
Right.
So,
and the people that made Friday the 13th also made the Predator Hunting Grounds game.
Yeah. Yeah, so we were we have a few games that we're gonna do. We're gonna do
Ash, Evil Dead when it comes out. We're talking about.
Yep. What was the game that? Oh, we were talking about doing like Hood. There's a bunch of games. There's a bunch of like games as a service games that we were talking about playing. We're gonna go to the good old classic looter shooter of Borderlands at some point and do those.
We're gonna continue MLB. The show together.
Yeah, we're gonna start show 19 up at some point. So in the upcoming fall, once we're done, once all these server shutdowns are done, and we finish these up, we're gonna get back into some games. Obviously, we're not gonna be hopping all over the place. We're gonna focus on,
one game at
a time, 2 games if we're doing like MLB and Anthem or something. Like, yeah, that's fine. But
we kind of did that with no, we didn't do Avengers and baseball at the same time actually.
No, we basically focused on Avengers the whole time because I mean, I think I don't know if you did, but like I personally did because I just wanted that shit done.
Yeah, I think so too. And that burnt me out for a little bit, for like a week after that, but
yeah,
I think I have an idea how to handle the next time around. So
yeah, I personally with games, when it comes to like a stupid game like that, like if it feels like it's a grind, at some point my brain just says like, you got to accept it and just get it done, or like you got to put it away. Like there's no like happy medium for me, so I either go like all in or I don't do it at all, which is like can kind of be seen with my list with like certain multiplayer games where I've kind of just like put them off to the side. Like I've been neglecting like Grid Auto Sport and a game we're going to get to soon, BioShock 2. Like there's a few games that like I've definitely neglected. The Resident Evil 5 and 6 games, like if I'm not on it every day, it gets neglected.
Didn't we say Chivalry?
Yeah, Chivalry as well, Chivalry 2. So we have that.
Well, Chivalry 2 is the only one we can do.
Yeah. So we have a few games. We got a few games down the pipeline. I'm obviously going to be focusing on my PS3 backlog, but like I may in between, we'll work on Anthem and then do a few games. Yeah, it'll be like a thing. I mean, right now I'm trying to focus on finishing the Need for Speeds. We got to finish Max Payne. I got to do GTA 5 on the PS3, which I'm trying. Please, people help me, please. I'm trying to convince Waves and freaking Cats to do it with me so I can not have to do it with random people, but we'll see. Because the guy that's doing Max Payne 3 with us, he also said he would do GTA 5 with me, the heist stuff. So I'm hoping if I do it with him, as long as I have one other person, it's okay, because I was actually talking to Cats about it, and there's ways to kind of cheese the heist DLC. And like the medals and everything. So, and you only need 2 people because you could just do the beginning heist over and over again. So, yeah, I'm gonna, whenever I get around to it, I'll figure it out. But I'm definitely gonna be getting Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm not leaving a Grand Theft Auto behind because Cats brought something to my attention last night when we were playing, Max Payne. And he brought to my attention that I have literally done every Rockstar game that you can do that has multiplayer other than Midnight Club LA, which, by the way, I didn't finish Midnight Club LA because it glitched on me twice. So fuck that game. But yeah, I've done like every single Rockstar game. I mean, it'll be soon to be on the PS3 once I get GTA 5 done, because I've done GTA 4, done Red Dead, done LA Noire, working on Max Payne 3, and then GTA. So I guess Max Payne 3 and GTA 5 I got to do. But like I've done like San Andreas. Oh, I guess I need to do San Andreas on the PS3. That's another. I completely forgot that that's a game that exists. But I've done a bunch of other stuff. And then I realized, as I was looking through the list, I forgot that LA Noire, however people pronounce it, that shit came out with a VR version, and I did not know that.
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta hop on that. Cats was telling me that there's like memes on there because you can like draw in like a notepad and everything, and you can just throw shit at people. I was like, bro, I gotta hook the VR up and do this shit. Like, this sounds phenomenal.
Well, if you hook up the VR, I'm gonna ask you to do something for me.
Oh, so. Yeah. I gotta buy an extension for my PlayStation camera, because I don't know if I don't even know if you know this, Brian, but like my PS4 is like all the way across my room. So
yeah, well, you told me that, but you know what? I'm actually stealing your idea with that because in the next couple weeks, I'm gonna be changing my setup. I got my new desk, everything's in the house already. I just gotta put it together.
Yeah.
Well, I got my big screen. I'm gonna have it on the other side of the room. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have all my stuff set up like by my computers and all that. and I want to have like a couple HDMI cables go from one side of the room to the other. So if I want to play on a big screen, all I gotta do is connect the HDMI cords.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's the way to do it. And like for me personally, I only have to run 2 HDMI cords all the way across my room. That's it. And
that's it.
And mind you, I have 4 consoles hooked up, and I run 2 HDMI cables.
Well, that's all I would have to do because one of my TV only takes 2 HDMIs, and I could just split the 2 between the 3 consoles or whatever, you know.
Yeah, so I run 2 because one of my HDMIs goes to my Mac to record gameplay, and then my other HDMI goes to my PC so I can stream. So I have 2 HDMI cables, and I have them running out of a thing called an HDMI matrix, which basically lets me input, like, I think I can input 6 things, and it outputs it to 2 different devices at the same time.
What's it called?
HDMI matrix.
I'll look into that.
And it also like decodes the HDCP and everything, at least the one that I have. I'll have to see if I can find a link for it and shoot it to you. But yeah, it's because back when the PS4 came out, because on the PS3 you could, the way you decoded I don't think you could decode the HDCP. I think you had to run it through, you had to use the composite cables, and then you ran it that way, but it upscaled it or something. I don't really remember exactly how it worked. And then when the PS4 came out, didn't have composite cables, only had the HDMI. So, and it had HDCP. You couldn't disable it at the time. So people were like, how do I record my PS4 gameplay? Like, I have HDCP. And the way you used to do it is you used to run it through a splitter. And when you ran it through the splitter, it stripped the HDCP. You literally plugged an HDMI into like a box and then plugged the box into your Elgato. It was like the dumbest thing, but it stripped HDCP. But when I redid my setup, I bought this matrix thing, and it strips the HDCP. It allows me to output the HDMIs to 2 devices at the same time. It also has like, if you run optical stuff, it has like an optical output. It has a 3.5 millimeter jack output. If you like want to plug speakers directly into it, you can. But yeah, it's really useful. Very useful.
Cool. Well, all I gotta say is after the setup's ready, your boy should be very close to streaming and making videos.
Nice. That is the main reason why I moved my consoles away from my desk, because I used to have them right next to my desk. Very convenient for when you want to switch games, right?
Right.
Very inconvenient for when you want to live stream or make a video, because you literally have a jet fan going on next to you the entire time, and it's not fun. Mind you, I do kind of have jet fans going on next to me the entire time because I bought like mobile AC units because my room gets fucking hot. So I bought like these mobile AC units that run on like water. It like cools the water basically and then like blows out cold air. And it drops.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it drops the temperature by like 10 degrees, at least where it's blowing the air out. So I have one on each side of me, like always blowing air at me while I'm playing my games, because my room would get up to like 80 something degrees when I stream. Like I was literally sweating. It was awful. So it's pretty comfortable now. But yeah, that I moved them across the room for that reason. But I'm doing some upgrades to my setup too.
Nice. Look at us.
I mean, it's not much. I ended up buying like just some foam panels for my wall, because
I actually have that on my wish list right now. I'm waiting for the right colors.
Yeah, I ended up just going for black right now because like whatever, and I'm going to be putting them I'm basically just going to be putting them behind my monitor that I play games on, because that's obviously the one that I'm looking at when I'm streaming, but also when I record like all my stuff for my videos, I put my microphone kind of in the corner, and I'm going to put foam panels in that corner so that it doesn't I don't have any reverberation basically. So it's going to be they're supposed to come in tomorrow. I bought a pack of like, I think I bought a pack of like 20 or something. I didn't need that many. I think I did calculations. I only needed like 8 or 18 or something like that. It wasn't a lot. And then I bought what is that shit called? Bought that shit that you can like put on the wall, but it doesn't like pull the paint or anything off.
The sticky tabs?
Command strips.
The command strips. Yeah, you did a DSP, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna command strip it because I don't want to fuck my walls up, and they're literally like $10 for like a shit ton of command strips. So
like,
yeah,
like, I got two options when I do my setup now, you know? Like, right now, my desk is near my far right wall.
Mm-hmm.
But right next to my desk is the vent for the AC and the heat.
Yep.
So if it ever picks on, you pick it up.
Yep.
The other option I have is put it up against my other wall, which is by my closet. No big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really use the closet anyway. So, and I can put like the foam panels on the wall right next to it. And on the one wall, the only thing that won't have it is the door to the closet.
Yeah, which should be fine.
Oh, yeah. So I have options. I'm really excited to do this. I'm on vacation that week, so I'm just going to sit down one day and just build everything and put it all together. And
that's nice. Yeah, I was debating. So I never put foam panels up just because, like, I never thought I really needed them because I have a lot of shit in my room. So, like, I don't get a lot of reverberation anyway. But I figured, like, I'm always talking at this wall. So, like, I should at least put them on this one wall just in case there's like any sort of reverberation happening, because you really don't want that. But eventually when like I, you know, set up wherever I end up setting up, you know, in a few years, you know, when I get my actual desk, which is probably going to be like massive, I want to put I basically want to put like those foam panels on like the whole entire wall. That would be like the goal. But as of now, I'm literally doing like I don't know, like a 10x3 section or something like that, 8x3 section.
Right.
So
yeah,
kind of small, but
man, we're moving up. Like, I got forced to buy new monitors, you know, because my other monitor took a shit on me.
Yeah, that's the best, isn't it? I wanted to buy that monitor I sent you, or that you sent me.
Oh, the one at Best Buy?
Yeah, that freaking, I wanted. So Samsung makes a it's something called an ultra. I think it's called an ultra wide monitor, or it's called an
it's
ultra
Galaxy, right?
Yeah, I forget what it is. It's an ultra wide monitor, I think is the technical name.
It's so nice.
Yeah, because there's like, no, maybe it's not. It's like a super ultra wide. I don't know the exact terminology for it, because so there's a regular monitor which has a 16:9 aspect ratio. And then you can buy a monitor called an ultra wide monitor, which is I think it's basically 1.5 monitors.
Right.
Is like the technical size. And then Samsung, and I think it's probably other companies, but I like Samsung. I think they make some of the best panels when it comes to maybe not gaming, but just like visually to look at. They make some of the best panels. They make something called a super ultra wide, which is essentially 2 monitors. It's the width of 2 monitors, but it has no divider in the middle. So the panel is the size of 2 and it's curved too. So it's the shit.
It really is. It's pricey, but nice.
Yeah, you can get it sometimes on sale, but I think it's like $1,500 if you get the
$1,500, and then they got one that goes for $2,500 to $3,000.
Yeah, I see it right now. The Samsung 49-inch, and it has, the crazy thing is it has like really good specs. Like this one, you would think if it's a panel this big, it has shit specs, because like that's just how it is. So it's a 49-inch gaming monitor. Now, mind you, that's from corner to corner at a super ultra wide. So I don't know what that technically, I think it technically turns out to be like 2 23-inch monitors or 27-inch monitors. It's one of the two, but it's basically 2 of those like melted together. It's 240 hertz, 1 millisecond refresh rate, G-Sync, HDR, like literally you could not go wrong with it. But if you have $2,500 to just be throwing around.
Right. I spent altogether this weekend for monitors $600 for 2 monitors.
Yeah, that's about fair.
So, yeah,
that's about fair. But yeah, whenever I get to, you know, the place of not moving, I'm going to be, you know, doing a pretty beefy setup, because I'm probably for my job, at least I put in like official like work hours, and I'm going to be working at home like officially like 3 days a week. So
nice.
I'm gonna need I was already gonna want an office, but I kind of need one, but now like I really need one. So yeah,
understandable.
Yeah, but
you know,
I'll send you a picture of the foam panels. I got the ones that are like they look like egg cartons kind of, not the wave ones, but the egg carton ones.
Oh yeah, those are the ones I was looking at too.
Yeah, I got those because I felt like when you get the wave one, the whole point of them is they're supposed to absorb audio, but then they're supposed to disperse it in like different directions for the reverberation. But I felt with the wave ones, like it was only going to disperse it in like the area that the wave was going. So like if you install one and the wave was just going up and down, it's just going to go up and down, right? Or side to side, it's just going to go side to side. If you do I feel like if you do the pyramid ones or the ones that look like egg cartons, like it's going to disperse it, like it's almost going to disperse it down and then ramp it like back up in a way. So I felt like it was more useful.
Right.
But we'll find out.
Like that would actually be a decent video idea. The gaming setup or the stream, the gaming setup. Ideas.
Yeah, I mean, if the trophy house ever becomes a thing, then easy.
Oh, I am talking about moving out east. I'm just saying.
Trying. Trying. The housing market is next level poo poo right now, but
it's a seller. What do you say? It's a buyer? No, it's a seller's market.
It's a seller's market right now.
Yeah,
it's 100% a seller's market because of the big C, but it is what it is.
All right.
Anyway, that's what I've been playing this week.
He was about waves.
Seems to always be a freaking common thing.
All right.
So have you picked any games up this week, Brian?
No, but I did pick up the Watch Dogs Legion season pass for $20.
Damn, I'm gonna have to look at that because I kind of need that.
Yeah, they added to the game sale for the summer sale.
Oh shoot! Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to
I think that goes away in a couple hours, so you may want to check now.
Oh, that's a good.
While we're talking.
Oh, it might be over because it's technically.
It's up on mine still.
I'm on
the app.
Let me look.
This following song is brought to you by Brian. Boop boop boop. As we look at games.
I think mine might have gone down because it's.
Well, mine's it's 1 a.m. for you.
Yeah, it's late.
It's still 12 for me, which is weird.
Wait, is this Godfall expansion? Do you have to pay for it?
What?
Wait a sec, I gotta look at this. It doesn't have a price, so.
Hey, just type in Watch Dogs Legion, see if it comes up for sale.
True.
And I want to see if Godfall has
Watch Dogs Legion, and then you said the season pass was on sale?
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, the expansion's fucking $20 for Godfall.
Oh, wait.
The Fire and Darkness expansion.
Wait, so Watch Dogs Legion itself is $20. The deluxe edition, it lets me buy editions? Like, where's the fucking season pass at? This new website is ass. Can I just say that?
I just use the phone app.
Yeah,
it's so much better, easier on the phone app.
Yeah, I'm on the computer right now. I don't think I've actually, like, visually it looks good, but like I cannot find a damn thing. Like, why do we have to make it more difficult than it needs to be? Like,
yeah, I stopped using the computer version. I just use the phone app since it's so much easier to use.
Yeah, like it's simple. Just like give me a tab that says add-ons and give me all the add-ons. Don't let me. I have to scroll down to the bottom. Then I see additions. Like, what edition do you want? None of these. I want the DLC. I want the season pass.
Like on the phone app, all I do is hit the little search button, type in what game I want, and everything for that game pops up.
I'm trying to type in Watch Dogs Legion season pass. Watch Dog Legion. We found 200. Okay, whatever. I'm done looking. I'll buy it when I get around to it. I guess.
I'll let you know if I see it ever come back up on sale.
Yeah, for sure. That summer sale
flew
by because the summer flew by. So
yeah. Did you pick up anything?
No, I just I got Hades, but like I bought that last week. It's coming in on Friday.
Yeah, I'll mention that one next week.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well,
Right,
let's
cool.
get to my favorite part, server shutdowns. So, nothing new. So, last Sunday, um, rest in peace, MLB The Show 17 went down.
We got the platinum.
We did that we did. The end of this month, so August 31st, we have Need for Speed Undercover, Need for Speed Shift, Need for Speed Shift 2, Need for Speed The Run all going down, along with, which doesn't have trophies, Need for Speed Carbon. So 5 Need for Speeds going down.
Which Carbon should have had trophies?
It should have. That pisses me off, but that's a topic for another day.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so those 5 games are going down. September 15th, FIFA 15 is going down. September 16th, Max Payne 3 is going down. Also on September 16th, which is not listed on the forum post that's linked below, the Grand Theft Auto 5 shark cards are going to be delisted from the store. So buy your shark cards up if you want to. September 30th, PES 2020 is going down. And then December 16th, so like a whole, like, what, 2.5 months later, we then have the next shutdown, which is Grand Theft Auto 5. And that's basically it. There's something on February 22nd, One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows, going down, but apparently it doesn't have any actual multiplayer. So, like, yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Weird.
Yeah, one other thing I want to note, which I think this is something that kind of pisses me off, and I'm going to put out a cry for help from somebody. There was a game that became unobtainable last week. It's not on this list. It hasn't.
Really?
It hasn't been talked about. No one is probably interested in it, but it was F1 2011, and basically what happened is, and I don't know how who's staying up on this. Basically, I guess to play F1 2011 and any earlier Codemasters games, which does make sense because you did need it for Dirt 3, which also came out in 2011. I think 2011, 2012, 2013, you needed these and then they stopped. There was something called a VIP pass, which allowed you to access the online. The VIP pass has apparently been delisted from the PlayStation Store.
Those bastards.
Listen, okay, I just want to go on a quick little rant here. First of all, why the fuck do these exist? Like, we went through a period where they existed because it was a way for companies to combat people buying used games. You wanted to buy a used game and play the online, you had to pay $10 to get an online pass, and you could access the online. Little scummy, but it was a thing that was there to combat the selling of used games. Okay, buying and selling of used games. Okay, but then in like 2013, 2014, when the PlayStation 4 came out and everything, online passes became a thing of the past. No game had them. They were not an acceptable thing that was included in any game. They were removed. Now, a company called EA actually removed all of their online passes from their previous games. You didn't need an online pass to play them. So games like Need for Speed Shift 2, Need for Speed The Run, you didn't need an online pass to play these games. At least I believe that's true. And a lot of other companies completely removed online passes from games in order to play them. One company that did not remove them, you want to take a guess who it was?
Codemasters?
Yes. Codemasters. Who would have guessed? Let me just say, I enjoy Codemasters games. I think they make some of the best, if not the best, racing games. They have some of the best driving physics, some of the most satisfying games to play. Don't get me wrong. Their customer support is abysmal. Their customer support is the worst customer support by far from any developer or publisher. This company does not care. Once they got your money, they don't care about you.
Thanks for the money, dummy.
Yeah, that should be their slogan, Codemasters. Thanks for the money, dummy. And now, the reason I'm saying this is because this isn't the first game this has happened to. This isn't the second game this has happened. This isn't even, I think, the third game that this has happened to. And what I mean happen to, I don't mean the online passing. I just mean the game breaking and Codemasters not accepting that the game broke and trying to fix it. So the first game that we have, okay, well, let me go back. One game that they did right was, I believe, Fuel. They shut the servers down for Fuel, and I think that they did give a advanced warning for shutting the servers down. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go through each one of their games that they fucked up on, and like, they're idiots. Like they just truly are idiots. So Fuel, I think they gave a server shutdown. Now, one of the Operation Rising games, I think it's Red River. Operation Flashpoint Red River, which by the way is a Codemasters first-person shooter. There's a few of those. One of them being Body Count. Don't ever fucking play it. It has a DLC called Valley of Death. Just randomly got delisted one day. So this is what I don't understand about delisting and server shutdowns. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you had to have had a discussion about either removing or shutting the servers off for a game. Regardless of if you had a meeting about it, regardless of if you had a contract that you had to pay licensing fees for it. Like, a good example is Dirt 3. You can't buy the Dirt 3 DLC anymore because of licensing, okay? Codemasters signed a document that has how long they had the licensing for. So I don't understand why they can't wrap their brains around, okay, well, we only have it for 3 years. So when we have 6 months, let's let people know that, like, the DLC is being delisted in 6 months. Like, is it that hard to say that?
No.
So anyway, Fuel goes down. This Operation Flashpoint Red River DLC just randomly gets delisted one day. Why don't we talk about Dirt 2 for a second? Dirt 2, a game that's fully functional, online still works. Guess what doesn't? DirtNet. Therefore, you can't get a few trophies on the online because they're related to DirtNet. And I don't know if any of you guys have played Dirt 2, but it's by far the best Dirt game in the whole franchise. I think it's up there with, I think Dirt 3 is pretty good too, but I think Dirt 2 is the best one. Sad no one can get the platinum. Kind of stupid. Then we have this F1 2011 with the VIP pass getting taken down off the store. Cool. I don't know if you can buy a new version of the game that has the pass. I'm not sure how that works, but like, cool. Then you have, which happened in the past few months, the Grid Autosport daily events or whatever they're called just stopped working. And they're called RaceNet challenges. And there's petitions going on of people asking Codemasters to fix it, and they don't respond.
Because they don't care.
I just don't understand it. And then you have Micro Machines World Series, which apparently doesn't even fucking work online. Like,
No, because I asked you about that.
Yeah, it's a game that I would love to do. I would love to play Micro Machines. I used to play that game all the time back in the day on like the Game Boy Advance and stuff. Like, I would love to play that game. But like, why the hell is it broken? Like, it was broken since it came out. It's been broken. And then Dirt 5 was apparently fucked up when that came out. Or was it Dirt Rally 2? But one of the two was like fucked up like when it came out with like tracking or something. I can't remember which one it was, but one of them was messed up. But like, dude, I just can't wrap my brain around how Codemasters is just such a shit company when it comes to customer service. Like, I would think as someone who owns a company, right? I'm not saying I own a company, but if I was in the position of owning a company and having a reputation for a company, and you are definitely paying people to do HR and stuff. You're paying people to probably do social media. You probably have social media managers. You have people running Twitter accounts and everything. You're going to tell me that those people can't spend an hour or two a day to look through Reddits, to look through your forums, to be able to inform people about what's going on and see what is pissing people off. When you have like an actual forum post and people voting and saying like, and basically doing like a, what is it called? Like a change dot. I don't know if it's actually like a change.org, but like you have people out here doing that shit for them to fix the RaceNet challenges in Grid Autosport. And I get Grid Autosport came out in like 2013, right? 2014. But like, if you have a mass amount of people saying stuff, why are you not fixing it? Doesn't make sense to me. A little confused. But that's my Codemasters rant for the day. I hoped that since EA bought them, they would get their shit straight when it comes to customer support, but I think that they're kind of out there for themselves. EA isn't like strong arming them to do anything. Cause I remember I tried to contact EA about Dirt 2 and they were like, yeah, we can't do anything. That's Codemasters game. You got to talk to them. And it's like, oh, but like, don't you own Codemasters? Like, aren't you their dad? Like, the fuck are you talking about? So, anyway, what I was going to get to was my cry for help is, I don't know if I have the VIP pass. So if anybody has the VIP pass, they're willing to share it with me and they want to help me do the multiplayer trophies. I would greatly appreciate that. And we can do it now if you want to. But
nope.
Yeah, I know you and Waves aren't about it, but that's my cry for help. If anybody can help or is willing to help, I would greatly appreciate it. Bless up. I'll give you I don't even know, $20 PSN gift card, whatever the fuck it costs. But anyway, that's the servers that have been shut down or going to be shut down. So cool. That's just textbook this podcast. All right, let's get into, as we call, the meat and potatoes of this podcast. Now, we have a good old hour introduction because I ranted for 10 minutes about Codemasters.
That's fine.
Do you want to take this first one here, Brian?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
All right, you know our boy Dr. Disrespect, right?
Yep.
Apparently, as of 1 day ago, he is starting his own game development studio. And the studio's purpose, to partner with mega influencers to build their dream game.
This is actually interesting. So it's actually where we're talking about this because I don't really follow Doc that much. I mean, I know the whole Twitch thing happened and it was kind of like out of the blue and no one still knows why Doc got kicked from Twitch. I have a feeling that he was kind of doing what he's doing now, where he was trying to like make his own site to have people stream on, and Twitch was like, oh hell no, we're not gonna let you promote that on our shit. So they gave him the good old boot, but I don't know how they boot people that make them so much money, but that's, topic for another day.
I had no idea he used to work for Call of Duty Activision as a level designer.
I think I kind of knew that, but so what I was trying to get at was this is actually like a coincidence because when I got up today and I was kind of just messing around this morning, I came across a video of Doc playing Warzone and basically like deleting the game because of how trash it was. And it was like a recent video. I think it came out like a day or two ago. So it's actually funny because I think it's kind of tied together because he he had someone clip the situation that he had happen in the game, and then he went back to watch the clip on stream, and he was basically like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to complain. You guys saw what I saw. Take it as you want to take it, but we're moving on from here. So
like, yeah, I understand. He did that whole E3 thing where, he was in the bathroom.
Yeah, but
or videotaping people, which is not cool.
Yeah, not cool.
I'll never agree with that.
Not cool. I mean, kind of funny, but like not really. But like
illegal.
It's totally illegal. But like as I always say, it may have been a bad press, but it's publicity, and any publicity is good publicity at the end of the day.
I remember DSP's take on that was, I would beat his ass. Yeah, no, you wouldn't, DSP.
Phil,
you're too fucking lazy.
Phil, calm down. Phil, you couldn't even run up your steps if you had to, Phil. Come on now.
Man, he was tired from jacking it.
I was going to say, and don't even get started on how you're above Doc because you literally jerked off on stream. So you have no room to talk about you're above him and blah, blah, blah. Dude, you literally recorded...
And touch your face after.
Yeah, you literally recorded yourself jerking off, acted like it wasn't happening, and then touched your face with your hand. Like, don't even get me started, Phil. And like I said, you can't even run up and down your steps if you had... Like, if there was a fire in your house, he would slowly walk down the steps and snort the whole way it happened.
Well, you heard about how he was bitching about. This is the last thing for DSP, I swear. He puts everything up on his walls with that
command strips.
Sticky crap. He doesn't nail or like screw anything into his walls. He actually puts it up with those. And then he complains that they fell off.
I mean, I know people that do that because like they're not handy people. He is not a handy person. He'll give himself a handy, but like he's not a handy person. But nah, when it comes to those foam things, like when it comes to that foam stuff, like you can't, there's really the only way that you could like nail those foam things to the wall is like if you literally set like you put like 2x4s or something and you screwed them in every single stud, and no one wants to do that. So like the command strips for that like make sense, but like I didn't know. I mean, it's kind of funny that he hangs like everything, like posters and everything. That man is I'll tell you what. Yeah, last thing about DSP, that man's a living meme. He had a pre-stream go the other day for an hour and a half. And every single time he does his mid-stream break, it's like 30 minutes. This man goes and watches like an episode of SpongeBob or something. Like, what does he do? Like, he starts his pre-stream up for like 20 minutes, right? Nothing happening for 20 minutes. He lets people get in. Okay, that's fine. Everybody does that. I do that, not for 20 minutes, but I do that to let people come in. He then talks in his pre-stream with just his shitter ass, pictures going by that looks like someone drew it with their left hand. And he talks there for like 40 minutes. And then he's like, okay, guys, before the stream starts, I got to take another break because that was like really long. And then he goes for like another half an hour and disappears while his pre-stream is going. And then by the time he's done all that, you're like over an hour in. But the other day, he was an hour and a half. It took him an hour and a half to start his stream. Crazy stuff. Anyway, let's get back to Doc here.
Basically, there's right now, only a studio head position is listed. The unnamed studio, however, does have one surprising thing about it. It will make games by collaborating with different mega influencers. The game titles will either be incubated and developed or partner/co-developed with existing indie game developers and launched as mega titles. I like how this is sounding.
Yeah,
if it actually happens, but it's kind of cool.
The only problem I see coming up with this is funding.
Yep.
Because no one does anything for free. But the other problem that I see is like, and it's mainly from Doc saying this, that he wants influencers and stuff to be the ones making the decisions for the game. When you have too many hands in the pot, it always turns out bad. Like it does. And I don't know if his plan is to have like, him pick like half a dozen people and like, three of them play the same type of game and 3 play the other type of game, because like there's 2 different sides to like the influencer, like Twitch gamers. When I see it at the end of the day, you have, I guess there's 3. You have the ones that like specifically play like first person shooters or play some sort of like competitive shooting game, whether it's like, whether it's Apex, whether it's Valorant, whether it's Fortnite, whether it's whatever it is, right? You're playing some sort of competitive shooter. You have another type that plays like more like, I wouldn't say abstract games, but they play like other things. They play like WoW. They play like GTA RP. Like they play more like role playing ish games. That game New Worlds that was coming out. You have people that do that stuff, and then you have your third type where like they just do whatever the fuck they want. You have people like Critical who like play like Mr. Krabs overdoses on ketamine and tries to speedrun it on stream. Like you have people like that, and like they're cool too. But I feel like when you have too many hands in the pot, then like I don't know. I just feel like it can be like what type of game are you gonna are you gonna set a group of people decide that are gonna do just first person shooters? Are you gonna set a group of people to work together that are just gonna work on something that like competes with GTA RP? I would love to see a game that competes with GTA RP.
Right.
And like not be something that's a mod to a game, but like an actual game that is GTA RP, but with a different name, obviously.
And the last thing I'd like to add, the application also mentions esports and monetization, which gives some major clues as to what type of games Dr. Respect is hoping to create. Free-to-play, competitive shooters, anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, it goes on down here to say that many of the FPS influencers that he follows are very local or very vocal about the superfine technical shortcomings of games like Apex Legends and PUBG, which could lead to a project to overemphasize these aspects. So,
you know what? Good luck to the man. You know, if it goes off, hell yeah, good for him. He did something. If not, he's still making bank.
I mean, I think it will. Anybody that puts this effort in, and like any influencer that does this, I think any game that he makes will be good. And maybe not right when it comes out, but the thing with people doing it like this is that he would listen to the community, and he also is using the community to make the game as well. Which I feel like is an issue with developers and publishers nowadays, where they just feel like they're on a pedestal. They can't be touched. You know, we're going to make this game and you either like it or you don't like it. You know, we're not going to cater to anybody. Like, you either like it or you don't. So, you know, pick what you want. So,
right. I think he could do it, and if he does, awesome.
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty cool. I think it'll definitely be cool.
All right.
All right, let's get into
Let's go on to our next favorite topic. That's been like the hot topic for what, a month now?
Yeah, it's been a while.
All right.
So basically, some senior designers and developers have
and designers
left Activision Blizzard. So 3 senior Blizzard Entertainment employees, 2 that are key to Diablo 4 and 1 being a World of Warcraft designer, left the company. So I don't think we need to reiterate anything that we haven't already talked about before, but this is clearly this was an ongoing situation that's been happening with Activision Blizzard. Also, is something similar is happening with Ubisoft, but they're not doing anything about it. But it looks like, and we talked about this weeks ago, that what's happening now is what needs to happen. And these people are either leaving because they are guilty, or they're leaving because they do not want to be affiliated with the company anymore. So, and I mean, I think that that's just what needs to happen at the end of the day. So I do want to make note after saying that in this article, it does state that Activision Blizzard has not provided an official reason for their departure. So again, we can't say if they were included in this or they're just doing it because they need to clear their conscience. So, I mean, regardless of what it is, I think that people need to make a decision. And I think if I was in a situation of seniority at Activision Blizzard right now, and I clearly wouldn't be a person doing this stuff, I think I would make it very clear that, you know, I don't agree with it, and that I would stay in the company and fight against it, essentially. I don't know how you would go about that, Brian, but
yeah,
I mean, I think
I'm sorry.
I think the easier way out is definitely to just leave at the end of the day. Because like you're going to be able to do a fresh start somewhere else, but I don't know. I feel like if it depends. Again, it depends how invested you are in the company, not just financially, but like mentally as well.
See, I take this as 2 ways. If I'm the one who these allegations are against, easy. Don't be a shitter and never do it.
Yeah.
Or if I knew like my company was doing this or something, I would be like, you know what, I don't want to be a part of this company no more. Y'all suck.
Yeah, I mean, but if you were in a place of management, if you were in a place at your company where your voice mattered, would you feel the same way? Or would you take a stance of like, I'm going to do something to try to change this for people in the future.
I would try to change it for the better, where the people that were in charge aren't part of that company anymore that was caused this, and make the company a better place.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what I would do. I would stay to try to fight for the people that, because this is what'll end up happening if all the good people leave Activision Blizzard, and the people that are shitters stay. Guess what? History repeats itself, and this will be swept under the rug, and it will happen again. And maybe they'll be exposed, maybe they won't. But I mean, I don't know. It's like, I think that this is the right way to go about it compared to what's happening with Ubisoft, where they are just trying to, push it under the rug. By the way, I do want to mention, in last week's podcast, we were talking about Ubisoft, and I mentioned a name. I'm going to bring it up because someone left a comment. I mentioned a name for someone who worked in Ubisoft. I mentioned Darby McDevitt, and it's not Darby McDevitt. It was Ashraf Ismail, which is who I thought it was. I mixed up Darby McDevitt and Ashraf Ismail. So basically Ashraf Ismail was the guy who ended up leaving. So I just want to make that clear that was it. That was an oopsie on my side. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I would stay and try to make it better if I was invested in a managerial role there. Because clearly I wouldn't do shit like this. So, I wouldn't be in this situation, but I definitely can feel the people who are just kind of jumping ship now. Because I think it is definitely a valid thing to do if you're not trying to put up with the BS and just move on to it. And especially if you have a fallback place. I mean, kind of no doubt. If you could leave Activision Blizzard and go work somewhere else and make the same wage and have the same responsibilities and stuff, I mean, completely acceptable to leave. So,
yeah. Well, the last thing I want to add before we done with this topic, following the lawsuit, Blizzard Entertainment President J. Allen Brack stepped down from his role. He will be replaced by a leadership team of Jen O'Neill, Executive Vice President of Development, and Mike Ybarra, Executive Vice President. Brock's departure was shortly followed by Jesse McCord, Blizzard's Senior Vice President of HR, also leaving the company.
Yeah, the guy.
So I believe we covered that already, but yeah, it's a lot of the higher ups are stepping down.
Yeah, Jesse Meschuk was the senior HR guy that left last week. Or the week before, right. But before last week's episode of the podcast, he left. He left.
So, we'll keep everybody updated as we follow this. We're following this pretty well, I would say.
Yeah, it's definitely it's an evolving topic, and it's going to evolve until there's an official statement from. Even though there has been an official statement, until we get a better official statement from Activision Blizzard that says and shows how they're moving around in the future. We'll just keep following it until that happens.
Yeah, and I know people want to boycott the games and all that, and you can do that, and that will hopefully show them that, hey, we don't want to pull up your bullshit. But also, you got the people that won't do it and still buy Call of Duty this year.
Yeah, I mean, so I was actually thinking about it with the people that are boycotting it. The boycotting is a double-edged sword at the end of the day, and I always say money talks when it comes down to if you want to change in a game or something. If you don't like the way that the new Assassin's Creeds are, don't buy them, because that'll show Ubisoft that that's not, because that's what they run by. Well, Odyssey sold the most numbers, so clearly people love it. No, it's trash. No. But it's a double-edged sword, because in this situation, if you boycott the company as a whole, then the people that are actually developing the game, could possibly get the short end of the stick at the end of the day, because guess what? If they don't make their profits and they don't make their money, guess who's getting cut at the end of the day? Not the guys at the top, the guys at the bottom.
The employees. So, right.
It's rough to try to do. I wouldn't say boycott them altogether, but I don't know. They definitely, something definitely needs to happen for sure.
I want see. This is what I'm really interested in because we know Sony has the partnership with Activision right now for Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know if Sony's going to do something. Like, are they going to like drop the partnership? I don't think they will.
No, they won't.
But I think if this like lawsuit fully goes through and they're found guilty, I think they will see a lot of. They're going to lose a lot of support.
Yeah.
A lot more support, I should say.
Yeah. Something needs to happen with COD anyway. That game's getting too damn old.
Yeah, they need to take it out to the field and with a shotgun and just end it.
All right, let's get on to our next topic here. I'm trying to get an article for this.
I'll take that one. Well, this one has multiple topics. That's why I didn't really put a topic in.
Well, you can if you want to post them all, so I can.
Okay. Well, this topic is Back for Blood. People bitching and zombies saying the N-word.
Yeah, I'm gonna link the article for part 2.
Oh. All right. Well, people were bitching was somebody was telling us in your stream the other day about that, and I think you heard something about it. How to like, you don't see the limbs come off or nothing, blah blah blah. But the game perceived really well with everybody, which I thought it would.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a tweet because Waves retweeted it.
Oh, so that was it, Waves.
Here, I'm putting the tweet in for us to look at too.
But I'm not sure if you noticed, Nickel, 100,000 active players on Steam and over the weekend for the game.
That's crazy. I mean, it's got the hype because of because people are basically saying it's Left 4 Dead. Which it's like fair enough.
I'm excited for.
Yeah, I mean, I think for a while I think that the zombie genre was definitely being overplayed, but I think it's actually a genre that's not almost like there's not enough of it now to an extent.
Right. Well, I think this is different from every other zombie game if you think about it, because this is like multiplayer and all that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I didn't get a chance to play the beta, which I'm kind of sad about. But I have the game pre-ordered. Not gonna lie, I'm hyped for it. But I love Left 4 Dead. It was one of my when I actually played on Xbox. It was one of the games I always played.
Yeah, I mean, everybody says that like that's one of their favorite games. I'm trying to think about what's that shitter game that. Oh, Killing Floor 2. I think that's like the closest thing I think that I've played to like what this is going to be. I mean, this is gonna be 10 times better. Don't get me wrong. This ain't gonna be no damn Killing Floor 2. But...
Warner Brothers says Back 4 Blood racial slur was unintentional.
Yeah. So wait,
2 distinct growls playing simultaneously sound like that word. I get apparently.
So I wanted to go back quick to the first topic of people bitching.
Oh, I'm sorry.
People bitching about this. So we linked a tweet in the down in the description below.
Description. So
somebody made a post. I guess they were playing the beta, and they said that Back 4 Blood is on Game Pass for no reason. You know, how can you spend $60 on this game with zero detail and zero immersion and zero care? And they show a few clips of them playing the game, and it's basically them playing the game, and like the windshield of the car isn't being destroyed, and when they shoot the lights don't go out, and when they throw a grenade on the freaking frozen lake, the lake doesn't explode, or the ice doesn't explode. And which I'm gonna get into a response that somebody made that Waves retweeted, which is why this is like a topic. But this is the snobbiness with gamers that pisses me off. Like, every fucking game has to be like some 100% immersive game with perfect physics and perfect destruction models and this and that. Like, no. Like, a game doesn't, like, the value of a game doesn't depend on the realism of that game, right? If that was the case, then any game that wasn't super realistic, then why are you spending $60 on Mario Kart, right? Like,
right.
If you're, just because it looks realistic, like just because the graphics are realistic doesn't mean that the game has to be realistic as well. So it's just like, this is the snobbiness that I think we've been talking about for months, about just how gamers just like they can't appreciate what they get. And I get that, like, clearly the numbers don't lie and people are playing it and people enjoy it. So this is obviously like an anomaly of stuff that's happened, but like 100% bully this person that said this. Like, these are the people that just like, these are the people that make that ruin games at the end of the day, because they care about the shit that doesn't matter. So anyway, the response that Waves retweeted, and this is verbatim. Naughty Dog.
I just read it.
Yeah, Naughty Dog had people working 80 hours a week to get the physics of a broom handle breaking against the door, quote unquote, just right, under threat of being sent back to the live leak snuff mines. And now there's like 1 million degenerates who think that every video game needs to look like that. Couldn't have said it any better, Lumpy the Cook. This man said, like, that's just the perfect way of roasting these people. But it's true, man. It's true. Like, I get that people want these big games, these big AAA games that Naughty Dog makes with, you know, and Rockstar makes, where, you know, God, I still can't wrap my brain around that there was somebody that was tasked with modeling horse balls in Red Dead 2. That was somebody's task. Someone had to put on their timesheet for weeks, went and looked at horse balls, watched them shriveled up, modeled horse balls. Like, someone put that on their timesheet, and that shit blows my mind. But now every game has to be, you know, has to have the horse ball mechanic, and if it doesn't, then like, you're a degenerate. You know, how could you pay $60? That's not a real game.
Well, this same guy put out a tweet when The Last of Us 2 came out. For it being a linear game and taking nearly a decade to complete, Last of Us 2 doesn't hold up as well as you might think. The fire doesn't spread in the grass, and blood doesn't smear on the ground or on the character. And the light bulbs don't break when you shoot them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking through his Twitter right now, and the whole thing is fucking trash.
I think he's a meme account in all honesty, but still.
I think he is too, but like, I think he actually is kind of serious, because he goes on about Ghost of Tsushima, the AI in Ghost of Tsushima. Can I speak? I love Ghost of Tsushima is terrible. What is clearly supposed to be an epic showdown is ruined thanks to the lazy millennial devs who blatantly failed to meet a deadline. Zero details, zero immersion, zero care. Do not buy this game. Yeah, I feel like it is kind of like a meme account, because he says like the same thing at the end, but it's just funny because, like, you know, him showing this Ghost of Tsushima thing can easily be manipulated by playing on the easiest difficulty. So you're complaining about the AI on the easiest difficulty, but if you bumped it up, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have that happen. But God forbid if the easy difficult was too hard, then we would bitch about that. So there's no happy medium at the end of the day. But yeah, these, I mean, again, I don't know if this is a joke account or not, but like the people like this are the people that are ruining gaming today. You're caring about the wrong thing. Like,
right. And like,
and I'm gonna be honest with you, when you're playing Back 4 Blood and you're running around and you throw a grenade to kill a horde of zombies behind you, do I really give a shit if it explodes the ground and makes water fly in the air? No, because guess what? I'm not going to be watching the explosion go off, because I'm going to be running like a chicken with its head cut off to get away from them. Like, that's not what I'm going to be paying attention to.
Exactly. And one, this is beta, so you never, shit could change. You never know.
Yeah.
But two, they don't need to change it because, like you said, I'm not gonna give a shit because I'm running for my damn life.
Yeah, it doesn't, like, this shit doesn't matter. I mean, I don't want to go on about it, but it's actually funny. This guy's account has nothing positive on it.
Oh well, you know,
like, literally
he's one
has
of those people.
Zero positivity on his account. I wonder if he has. Oh, he does have a YouTube channel. I'll have to check that out later. See if it's a
I saw that.
See if he's a joke or if he's not. But anyway, we can get into the second part of this.
Second part. Apparently, when two zombies growled at the same time, it sounded like they said the N-word.
Yikes.
Two distinct growls playing simultaneously sounds like the N-word. Warner Brothers says it was unintentional, which understandable. But some people said they played for all weekend and never heard it either. So it could be something really random.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it's kind of hard to like test things like that, so
yeah. WB Games says it is working to fix an audio phenomenon it says was an unintentional result of two separate sound files mixing during gameplay.
Yeah. Just a shame. I went to check out this guy's YouTube channel. I know this isn't a word we like to use anymore around here. I know people get offended by it. 100% looks like an incel. And his most recent video that he put up for Back 4 Blood, he is basically all the shit he's tweeting, and the first comment on the video, which is like the most liked, says, "This guy obviously didn't enjoy the game because he couldn't figure out how to leave the village and start a game."
Damn.
And then there's just people that are like kind of agreeing with him, but then there's people that are saying like, remember when we judge games based on actual fun and gameplay loop rather than how well the glass breaks when you shoot a car?
Right?
And then I guess it looks like this guy's just like a meme because the first comment says it's a shit post. So yeah, it's definitely just to rustle some feathers, but
well, it looks like the game did well. At least for the beta.
Yeah, I mean, any game that comes out is not going to be perfect nowadays. We all know that. So as the time goes on, you know, and again, it's a
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, look at Cyberpunk. It came out how long ago, and it's still not a solid game. But I don't know. It, like you said, it's a beta. A lot of things. I mean, not a lot of things change between betas and the real release, but a lot of things can be improved over time through patches, through various other means and methods. So.
Mm-hmm. And if anybody's interested in buying Back 4 Blood, it'll be out October 12th. Publisher Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment, and the developer is Turtle Rock Studios.
Oh, Turtle Rock did it. Interesting.
Yes.
They did the good old game that we all loved, Evolve. So.
Well, everybody needs a redemption.
That is true. To be fair, I did kind of like Evolve. The concept of it was definitely interesting, but yeah, I think they try to push it way too hard. I don't know. I don't really know how that game flopped because it was kind of like the only thing of its kind when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's mainly because it was just boring. Like if you played that game legitimately, like it was kind of boring. Even boosting it was boring. Like it was just a boring game to play.
All right. Well, let's see. Hopefully Back 4 Blood's good. I know I'll be picking it up no matter what because it's going to go onto the list of games that me and Snickle did a blood pact to do. So
yeah, regardless of if the window doesn't break properly when I shoot it, I will definitely be picking it up.
As long as Snickle could sacrifice me to a few zombies, he'll be happy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true as well.
I'll get him back later.
All right, and the last topic of...
Whoa, we got 4 topics.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
I added another topic because I kind of thought of it as I was talking through my games, and it was something that I was seeing a lot of last week.
Okay.
Or this week, I should say. Through the good old social medias. And the topic is that apparently, which this article was posted on the 9th, so like beginning of the week is kind of when I started hearing this stuff. So there was talks of a remake or remaster of some Grand Theft Auto games, specifically Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Now, mind you, we have San Andreas as a port on PS4. We also have technically the mobile version of the game on the PS3. So we have those, right? And we have ports of GTA 3 and GTA Vice City as well on the PS4. So there was talks about being remakes or remasters, specifically of San Andreas was like the main thing that people were going for because that's the game that everybody loves. Personally, I'm all about Vice City, but I'll take a good old San Andreas one. Earlier this week on Monday, Take-Two announced that it's working on 3 quote-unquote new remakes or remasters.
Ooh.
So this is kind of interesting. I know this is a topic that we specifically talked about. Waves and I have talked about before about you know remasters and remakes. Are they worth it? Should people be playing it and things like that? And you know, are remakes really good because you know part of the experience of playing a game is the like what you kind of or how you play it, if that makes sense. So like for instance, if you guys have ever played Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto 3 doesn't have free aim. So if you want to look around with your right stick, it puts you into first person and it's all funky, but like that is just how the game was developed and that's how it was made. And when they ported it, they didn't do anything about it because that was the game. So if you end up remaking or remastering it, do you change it to have modern controls so you can free look around if you want to, but does then that take away from the experience of the game? That's like the kind of big discussion that goes on between, you know, remakes and remasters. But what I've been hearing about these remakes and remasters is that they are going to speculation. These are going to be remade in GTA 5's Rage engine, which is a base.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. Which is basically the engine that was developed for Max Payne 3. I think they used it for GTA 4 and then they modified it for Max Payne 3 and then they clearly modified it for GTA 5. But yeah, I've heard that they're going to do it on the Rage engine or the new Rage engine, whatever it's called. So I think that's kind of cool. I mean, I'm all down for it. I would love to see HD versions of the Grand Theft Auto trilogy.
Hell yeah.
I would also love to see ports of the episode games, or is it the episode games? No, it's stories. The story games, right? Stories from Vice City and stories from Liberty City. I would love to see those games be brought over to the PS4. Now, there's one issue, and I don't know if you've ever heard of this, Brian. There's one issue that I have with these remakes or remasters, especially for Grand Theft Auto, is that years ago, Rockstar specifically said that there was no connection between their standard definition games and their high definition games, and that these games were in different what's the word, realms, whatever. They weren't in the same world because they broke their games up by HD and SD.
Okay.
So if they remake these games, then what happens with the canon on that? So I know I'm talking about canon of GTA, right? But like what goes on with the canon there? Because if you're saying that your SD games are not in the same universe, that's the word I was looking for. If they're not in the same universe as your HD games, then if you remake them, are they then in the same universe? So then can you use characters from the SD lives and use them in newer games? Or SD universes and use them in new games?
Well, that's kind of going back to like Ubisoft with Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, oh no, they're not in the same universe, but Abstergo is seen in Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're kind of in the same boat here.
Yeah, it's...
To me, they're all the same world, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I at least took it. No matter what, it's Grand Theft Auto. It's the same world.
Yeah, I don't think... I mean, it was just something that... It was just something that, like, Rockstar brought up in the past about their standard definition and their high definition universes. Because if you think about it, right, so GTA San Andreas and GTA 5 are supposed to take place in the same city, right? They both are same state. They're both supposed to be in San Andreas. So but they're clearly not the same maps. So like what does that mean? In relation to the universe? Clearly, you know, what I'm saying now is looking too far in, right? But but there definitely are people that are psychopaths about this stuff, and they'll look into it even deeper. Especially people who follow Rockstar Games. I mean, you have people who will literally search every millimeter of Mount Chiliad to find anything related to UFOs in the game. So, or aliens. So,
you know what? I would really love to have a developer just make a game where every game that they ever make all are in the same universe. It's just in either a different timeline, different city, even a different like multiverse, but they're still part of the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, and I think that's kind of what they started to do with Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead, because if you remember, GTA 5 had characters from GTA 4 in it.
Right.
And I think there was even talks. I don't know if there was talks of Nico and stuff, but there was like Johnny was in it. So like there was a tie between the two. And then Red Dead, clearly connection between Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2, even though the numbers should be switched around. But clearly there's a connection there. And
that's another thing that bugs me is when you make a prequel number 2 and you put the number 2 in there.
Yeah, I agree. Should be like,
oh my god, that just bothers me.
Yeah, they should have come up with a different name or called it like Red Dead Redemption 0 or something. I don't know. It should have been
or Red Dead Revolver 2.
Yeah, it should have been something else, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think with that idea that you have, Brian, we'll definitely see that in new Grand Theft Auto games and new Red Dead games as the time goes on, because they'll probably just build on plot. It makes sense to do that anyway, because people who get invested in a game want to know more about the backstory, right? So if you play GTA 5 and you see Johnny and you're like, oh, that's a cool guy, and then you realize like, oh, I can play as Johnny in GTA 4, then you can get a little bit of a backstory between who Johnny is, what Johnny did, Johnny, like you can get that information without having to like go anywhere other than playing the older version of the game. So
right. Well, it's kind of like Borderlands, if you think about it, because you have Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2 introduced Handsome Jack,
Yeah.
And then they did a pre-sequel where everybody loved Handsome Jack. He was a great villain. And then they did the pre-sequel where you get to learn more about Jack. And then even Borderlands 3, they kind of talk about Jack still. So, yeah, that's what I like that about Borderlands, at least. They kind of keep the lore going with every single game, and people can learn more about it.
Yeah. I think the thing that's cool about which GTA 4 really did it first with their DLC was like you got to play as characters that like you thought were not a big deal when you played the base game, and you wouldn't even have realized it until the DLC came out. I think that connection is cool. Like I think it's cool. Like imagine you play GTA 5, right, and then GTA 6 comes out, and like I don't want these games like with your idea, Brian. I wouldn't want to have a game that you play as the same what's the word? The same protagonist every single time. I wouldn't want it to be like sequel, right? But it would be cool if like the lore was the same or stuff was happening like, and like GTA 4, right? You do a mission, you do a pretty big mission in the game where you hold a bank up. And when you're in the bank, there's someone in the bank. And when you end up playing Ballad of Gay Tony DLC, it turns out to be whatever the guy who's the main character in that you play as.
I'm
trying to figure his name out. Oh
fuck it. I know who you're talking about.
I gotta look it up. Hold on.
Please. Else it's gonna bother me.
Luis Fernando Lopez. So basically you hold a bank up, right, in Grand Theft Auto 4 as one of the missions. And when you're in the bank, Luis is in the bank during that mission. Right. And then you play another mission where you go to do something with diamonds, and guess who's there? Luis is there again. Now, when you play through the base game, you don't realize it, right? You just think it's another guy, like whatever. Then when you go to play Ballad of Gay Tony, guess what? You're playing as that guy. And then one of the missions in Ballad of Gay Tony, you're actually playing the other side of the mission.
Right.
That you played with Nico originally. So it's just, that's like, to me, that stuff is like, that type of like integration and stuff is very cool.
Mafia and how they drew Mafia 2 together.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
And then Mafia 3, they even throw in details from Mafia 2.
Yeah, and they like Vito's in the game and everything. So it's like,
exactly.
Yeah, I definitely like that. I'm hoping, my hope is that everybody wanted them to go back. So we got GTA 4, which went back to Liberty City. Then everyone was crying that they wanted to go back to San Andreas because San Andreas was so good. So GTA 5 went back to San Andreas. I'm hoping GTA 6 goes to Vice City. Because, I don't know. Well, clearly that's the only other city unless they make a new one. But I feel like Vice City is just, I don't know, such an underrated game. That's like one of my favorite Grand Theft Auto games.
I agree with you. I loved Vice City. So, even though I know it's the story of Scarface, it's basically Scarface, but still. Yeah,
basically. But like, it's still cool to play it. The soundtrack is phenomenal. Chef's kiss right there.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a really good game. But anyway, yeah. So Take-Two announced, they didn't announce specifically that it's Grand Theft Auto related, but an investor presented by Take-Two revealed that the company was working on 3 unannounced iterations of previously released titles. So essentially remakes or remasters. That's actually the fanciest way I've ever heard somebody say that. Iterations of previously released I think I might start using that. Would you like an iteration of a previously released title? Would you ever play, would you ever play an iteration of a previously released title? So,
and
what's up?
Oh, I'm excited for this.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, I've been talking about it for a while. Like, Rockstar used to be like, Rockstar in specific, not Take-Two, Rockstar, they used to be like my favorite developer when it came to games. And to be fair, they still are, right? Like, they make great games. They really do. Very detailed games, really good games, unique experiences. But the problem I have with Rockstar now is they're just following it. They're following into the footsteps of just like taking forever to develop a game, having to remake an engine every time they make a game, having like, they clearly want their newest game to outplay their game before. You don't want a sequel to be worse than the first one, but it's almost like they don't release anything. Like on the PlayStation 4, they released 1 game. I think, right? Am I wrong to assume that?
No, you're right.
They released Red Dead 2. That was the only game they put out on the PlayStation 4 as a new title, at least.
Yes, as a new title, yes.
And then it's like you look back on the PS3 and it's like we got GTA 4, we got Midnight Club LA, we got Red Dead, we got Max Payne, we got, I think that's all we got, right? We got the GTA 4 DLCs. Let me look up real quick so I make sure I'm not misspeaking here, but we got Grand Theft Auto 4, we got Midnight Club LA, we got Red Dead, we got LA Noire, we got Max Payne 3, and GTA 5. How could I forget GTA 5? So 6 games on the PlayStation 3. And then on the PS4 we get 1 new release. Now, mind you, we got all the ports, but I don't really count the ports in that stuff. I just count the main games or the new games that came out. So I feel like they've really just been taking a step back. And then back on the PS2, man, they were releasing shit left and right. I mean, I can't even count on my fingers and toes how many games they put out on the PS2 era. So
right,
they've really been like stepping back with like how much they've been putting out, which kind of makes me sad because like I get like take the time to do it, but like where's Midnight Club?
Exactly. Where's the new Max Payne?
Yeah, where's a new Max Payne? Like reboot Max Payne or make Max Payne 4. Where's a new Midnight Club?
Let's see.
Where's a new
Midnight Club, Max Payne?
Yeah, where's
Bully?
Where's a new Bully? Where's like a new like LA Noire style game where like I would love to see an LA Noire style game, but like of like present day, right? Because Everybody watches.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, everybody watches shit like Law and Order. Everybody watches those type of shows. So like, it would be really interesting to be able to play that type of game.
L.A. Nor's San Francisco or L.A., right?
Yeah.
Or California?
Yeah, it was California, yeah.
Why not do like an L.A. Nor like Chicago or New York?
They could literally make one in each city, and like they obviously, you know, they would just name it. They don't even have. They could name it Nor. They could do Nor if they could do like Chicago Nor. They could do NY Nor. They could do Miami Nor. Like they could do all type. They could just literally name it whatever city you're going to Nor. Like they could. I don't know why they. I don't know. I don't know why they haven't progressed and like done stuff like that. And I don't know. They don't take risks anymore when it comes to games, but that's like any developer, which, you know, kind of sucks. Like, I don't think we'll ever get another like LA Noire style game or like any. I don't think we'll get anything new, like a new IP from Rockstar. Like, honestly, I can't see it happening. I would love to see, like, I know it's a meme, but like I would love to see Agent actually come around to be a thing. Like, again, another genre of games that's just like not even hit on, like espionage. Like stuff like that is just not used at all ever.
Like, I'm going through all of, like, the Rockstar games that they've made, you know. One I know we'll never get, and that is Manhunt.
Oh, we will never get a sequel to Manhunt.
No, we'll never get a third Manhunt. Smuggler's Run. I don't remember too much about that. Let's see. Earthworm Jim. Yeah, everything else. Oni. I remember that one. Thrasher, which is a skateboarding game, I think.
They made a table tennis game.
And they made the Warriors.
Yeah, they made Warriors, yeah. I want them to make a sequel to the table tennis game.
Yeah, we'll never get another Manhunt, though.
Oh, no. Well, we will never... Manhunt will never see the light. I don't think we ever will, at least. I'm trying to look through, too. I mean, the Italian Job.
Oh, yeah, sure. I just saw that, too.
This is the thing I don't understand, though, right? So, they ported these games from PS2 to PS4, right? And they did the GTA trilogy and all that. They did Max Payne 1, they did Bully, they did all these. But they didn't do every game. Like, why did they not... Like, they missed 2 Grand Theft Auto games, which I thought they were going to do. The Stories games. Would love to play the Stories games. I played Stories from Vice City so much on the PSP. I would love to play that again. They could have brought Max Payne. Where's Max Payne 2?
Right.
Like, what? Where's the Midnight Club trilogy? Like, there was like talks like years back that like, oh, Rockstar, you know, re-sign the whatever, blah 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 blah. We're gonna get a Midnight Club 3 port, and I was like, oh, thank the fucking Lord. Like, that's exactly what I need in my life. Like, I need some Midnight Club 3 in my life, and then it never came around, man. It never came around. So, I don't know. It's just, it's awful. Of course, Agent is still listed as a PS3 game on Wikipedia, to be determined or to be announced. Bro, that shit's in the dust.
It ain't coming.
Yeah, that's in the dust. Anyway, we'll probably keep updated on this. Maybe not like every week, but if I see anything going around on the socials, we'll keep updated to see if they mention anything about any sort of what did they call it again? I got to get this term down because I'm going to be using it. If they mention anything about iterations of previously released titles. So anyway, that's going to wrap up this week of the podcast. We apologize for the wave. He had a little issue that came up. He was not able to make it. He was trying to join us mid podcast, but
that didn't work out for him that way.
It didn't work out that way, which is fine. So
hopefully he'll be back next week with us.
Oh, he probably will be. But if you guys want to go wish him, go over to his Twitter and wish him a happy birthday. It's funny. I said that as a joke, but it's actually coming up, which
Yeah,
Fuck.
next week.
Yeah, it's like a week or
When's
so.
Ghost of Tsushima come out?
The 20 next Friday.
Yep, that's his birthday.
And mine is around that too, and so is Brian's.
Yeah, mine's not in August. Mine's in September, but
Mine is
mine
in August.
is, huh?
Mine is in August.
Oh shit! See, mine's September. Let's see. Waves is next Friday. I'm 2 Fridays, and I'm about 1, 2, 3. I'm about a month, 3 weeks away from mine.
Mine is
Close to.
Mine is next Wednesday.
Mine is the first Saturday of September.
Hey, that's nice. So yeah, go wish Waves a happy birthday. Even though his birthday is in a little bit, but yeah, go wish him a happy birthday. We appreciate everybody for stopping by, listening to us ramble about games and random other shit like we always do.
Yeah, we're good at it.
Yeah, we get.
We should just name the podcast a Rambling Podcast.
I've debated it at some points to rebrand the podcast because that's what it ends up turning out to be. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, but if you guys made it this far, drop us a sub and a like, please. We really appreciate all that stuff.
Oh yeah, and don't worry, Killzone 2 is still or Killzone Shadows Fall is still happening.
I was just about to mention that we passed 100 subs like months ago when we were supposed to do Killzone Shadowfall on stream. Yeah, it will happen. It's gonna happen probably. My goal was either by or around the new year. That's what I was shooting for. Just because all the server shutdowns happen and everything, and everything else, and getting back into the groove of life after the big C has happened, and the big C might be coming back around at some point, which bless our hearts, all of us.
Yeah, it doesn't affect me. I'm an essential worker.
Yeah,
I got screwed last round.
Yeah, I mean I am too, but the big C part D is coming around, so
yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Let's not talk about that. Let's just end this shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave any topics that you want us to discuss in the comments below. We will be doing Killzone Shadowfall at some point. Yeah, I'm gonna go actually take like a big shit. So thanks for listening.
Catch y'all sometime soon.
Yes.